Facebook released a massive new update back in July that is wreaking havoc around a lot of marketers around the world. I'm getting messages from people in other industries because I primarily focus in the financial niche, like credit, business funding, and insurance and tax consultants. But I'm getting messages from friends that are other different industries saying, Javi, what the F is going on? What are you currently doing right now? Because we're spending more money than ever. For us, is actually this update really helped us because we already were pushing so many creatives per week, and this update actually even helped the algorithm even more. So let's get into it so you don't get left behind or start making any mistakes, because what was working before is not what is working right now. So let's jump right into it. So before the Andromeda update, Andromeda pretty much is the name of the update. Okay, you run three to six ads. One will outperform at Meta and push 80 to 90% of that, and you will call that the winner. So essentially, we will do. Well, I'm gonna show visuals in the bottom for you can kind of understand. And then the winner will work into fatigues, and then the performance tanked, and then you recycle a new one and do this over and over again. This is what I've been doing for the past 4 years, honestly. It just literally one ad set, three ads inside, or four, sometimes even five. We'll find out which one's the winner, push that one, and then crank the ad spend all the way to the ad gets completely fatigued, and then we could repeat the cycle again. After the Andromeda update, the system deliberately avoids over relying on one ad. It attributes impression across multiple creative, each match to different slice of audiences. This is why one super ad doesn't carry the whole account anymore. Meta wants a portfolio of winners. So pretty much they want diversification of different ads. So let me kind of show you a visual representation of this so you can better understand exactly what's going on, okay? So before, we will have, let's say, a CBO or an ABO, doesn't really matter, because you can have here the ABO, and then the budget will be right here, right? So let's say we have a CBO at $200, $250 with one ad set. The ad set will have a lookalike audience, so like a stacked lookalike audience, and then a stacked winning interest. So this is what I would do, right? So I'll find my winning interest on a sandbox campaign where I'm testing multiple interests. Once I know there's an interest that I know it worked, that's when I'll take that interest into a CBO or an ABO, and then I'll stack the winning interest with the stacking lookalikes. Or I'll separate the two, and then both of them will give me results, right? So we will literally have a CBO or an ABO. Let's say the CBO is at 250, the ABO is 100, 250, whatever the number is. And then we will have three creatives inside, right? We will have, let's say, like a podcast or like a static ad. It could be also this, it could be three static ads, three podcast ads, three results ads. It didn't really matter. It could be the same or different, but essentially this is what we've been doing for the past couple years. And then what will happen is one of these three will outperform the other. So let's say the podcast ad one will outperform the other two. So we will lift this one on and allocate mainly the $250 a day budget will allocate mainly to that one, right? And this is how we've been doing it for the past couple years, and it worked great. This could still work, honestly, in way lower budgets. So you can play with it, but at very, very small budget, this tactic could still work. But what really, if you want to hit the nail on the head and really the sweet spot with this new update is this, right? So what Meta wants now is diversification of ads in one ad set, right? So let's say we have, right, a CBO at $500 a day plus, right? Now we want to do all broad targeting, so no lookalike, no interest tags, completely broad. Meta's pushing this in this update and this way of thinking forward, that they want to have you to less control on like the technical side of thing and let the creative do and the copy do all the work. This is pretty much like it's kind of been like this for a couple months, even maybe even a year. Now it's even more like that with this new update. This is just like for sure it needs to be like this. So the creator does the work. Now, verified ad format. It could be static. It could be UCG. It could be podcast format. It could be demo. It could be unpacking. It could be testimonials. It could be interviews. It could be so many different ways, right? So they want pretty much, like I said, diversification of ads. Now, how does this look like? So we want now to have all the creatives in under one ad set, right? Before you have maybe max like 3 to 5, right? Now you can have 15 to 50 under one ad set, right? So let's say, example, again, back to this one, a CBO all broad target. This could also be an ABO, by the way. Right now, like I'm currently testing it on an ABO and it's working fine. Okay, so let's say CBO. I'm gonna put CBO slash ABO, right? The key is one ad set, completely broad, right? And inside that ad set, we want at least 15 minimum to 50 creatives, right? And then this could be the different style. It could be testimonial, it could be podcast style, it could be talking head, it could be client result, it could be carousel, it could be results based, it could be static, it could be B-roll, it could be UCG, right? So we want to have at least every type of ad available. Now, what I did is I made 3 different versions of that one style, right? So like I'm gonna give you an example down here. So for the testimonials, right, we have testimonial type of like Zoom call, side by seller. I have literally multiple of these, so I just threw it in. So one style, you could put it 3 or 4 of those, right? So you can have testimonials, you can have here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Testimonials almost in the same way, right? The same style testimonial. Then you want to have let's say podcast style type of ad, which will be just you on the microphone, almost literally like on a podcast, or it could be like a clip of a podcast, or you can frame it like a podcast, like someone's asking you a question and you record, right? So I have a few videos of this, so you can have this podcast style and then podcast style number 2, right? So if you've been in several podcasts, or you have the equipment to record yourself looking like you're talking like a podcast, right? You can set that up, and then you can have multiple. The key is to have diversification, right? That's what I keep saying that word over and over again, because I want you to get it. They want you to have different styles of ad all within one ad set. So, and you can, here I'm just putting like talking head number 1. Here's another talking head. There's a client of ours doing a testimonial, because we give him the 50K month award, right? So he's just talking to in front of the camera by himself, a testimonial. So these are 2 styles of testimonials, right? One could be Zoom side by side. The other one could be a client of yours just speaking to the camera, or talking head as we call it. It could be you just facing the camera talking. Just pretty much talking and saying the copy of the word, right? Then we have client results. You can have client results carousel style, or just text style, or you can have it like pretty much like this, right? Just text on a page. So pretty much what you want to do is diversify your ad set level with 15 to 50 different creative, all having the different style of ads, okay? And if you don't know the different styles of ads, they're all right here. I'm gonna go through them again. Podcasts, testimonials, talking head, client results, carousel, results based, static, UCG, B-roll. B-roll is working a lot. Like this simple ads of a B-roll of you working, let's say in the office, or let's say whatever it may be, just B-roll of a certain thing of business, and then text on the B-roll. This has been working for us really well. Another thing that's been working for us really good is a video made by AI, right, with text on top. So technically it is B-roll, but it's B-roll created by AI, where text on top has been also killing it for us. Another one is the creatives. Like this static ad was created by the AI, and it's printing us money. Actually, my highest return on ad right now, like my ROI, my highest ROI ad right now is a picture ad, a static ad made by AI, right? So if you're not utilizing this, you have to. So this is pretty much what Facebook is asking for you to do in order to maximize profitability in your ad campaigns. The reason why they did this is because they noticed a dramatic increase of ad testing in the last couple months due of AI coming into the picture. Since now AI is in the in our field, we can dramatically increase the output of creative testing. Before, for me just to create this picture, I know sounds very simple, looks very simple, but I will have to pay somebody, or myself or my wife will have to sit down in Canva and create these pictures one by one. It could take 10 to 20 minutes depending on the complexity of the picture. Now with AI, you can literally do like 100 to 200 a day, which is massive. And plus you can also do the UCG or B-roll type of ads that you can just literally dump a bunch of different ads into the ad platform, which Facebook, of course, noticed this. They have all this data on us, and they had to update the algorithm in order to intake the amount of volume of ad creative they were getting updated per day, weekly, or monthly, right? So this is just a new update they had to do because of the amount of ads people were uploading into the algorithm. So they pretty much built a new algorithm, or they updated their algorithm to match the level of volume of creative that we have been putting out for the last couple months, okay? Now, another key thing to keep in mind, right, is that you are technically advertising in all these three, right? I mean, I'm sorry, in all these three, in all this ad, you already want to, you already want to market to top of funnel, middle funnel, and bottom of funnel, right? Because in all this 15 to 50 different ads, you can have literally your whole client journey within one ad set, which actually makes it much easier to manage. Before, we had like a top of funnel campaign, middle funnel campaign, and then bottom of funnel campaign, right? With this new update, we don't need to have 3 different campaigns for the different levels of awareness for your clients. Now, let me show you quickly exactly what I mean by this, so you can actually understand what I'm talking about. Because if you don't know what I'm talking about this, it might go over your head. Let me give you a visual representation, right? So now, what, like, these 3 types of levels of funnels, you can have it all within that one ad set. So let's say you have an CBO slash ABO, right? You have one of these, let's say 100, 200, $1,000 a day, $2,000 a day, whatever it may be. In one ad set, you have those 15 to 50 creatives, right? You want to have top of funnel, bottom of funnel, middle funnel, and bottom of funnel all within one ad set under one pretty much campaign, which actually just oversimplify the how you structure your ad sets. So this actually makes it easier for a lot of us. Okay, now, what is top of funnel, middle funnel, and bottom funnel? If you don't know what is this, I'm gonna go quickly. Pretty much it's just the level of awareness of your clients. So there's different levels of awareness. So whatever depending on the level of awareness your client is, you want to make an ad according to that level of awareness. Let me give you an example so you can better understand, right? I made a video about this actually not too long ago, maybe like a week or 2 ago. So if you want to get more detail on this, click the video where I could kind of show you more, speak more about this. But let me kind of show you a little bit. So this is actually just something that happened to me. So this example that so I have a huge goddamn pool, and sometimes the pool has like a bunch of dirt on it or leaves on top, and then I have to wait once a week for my pool guy to come clean it. So I was literally even thinking, man, I need to get one of those machines that cleans the pool. So we could use the pool almost daily. I'm always in a Zoom call or in the office. So at the end of the day, I usually like to jump in the pool, go for a little swim with my wife and chill in the backyard, because we have a very, very pretty backyard. So we like to take advantage of it. Okay, so what is top of funnel, middle funnel, and bottom funnel? So let's say I saw this product, right? This little machine that cleans the pool, the top, right? I saw the product. I know I have a problem, and I know the product is out there, right? So saw the product. I'm pretty much product aware. Like, so there's different ads for those type of people, right? Like, let's say, or people that don't know that the product exists. So like, that's pretty much top of funnel. Like, they don't really are not really aware that it's a product that could fix this problem, right? So those are top of funnel people. So you make ads showing off the product and pretty much, how do you say, introducing your product to a new audience, a cold audience, as we called it. Now, middle funnel is people who knows how it works and are very interested, right? So the ads that you give them is very different. Like, the top of funnel ads would be pretty much, hey, this is the thing that does this, right? Or here's or kind of like, the top of funnel would be like, hey, is your pool very dirty every day and you have to wait once a week in order for your poolman to clean it? Did you know that we have this product, right? Then since now they know, they become problem aware, so they go down to middle of funnel. Middle funnel is people that know how it works and are interested. So you have different ads. So this one will be pretty much introducing the product. Middle funnel will be the actual product being used. So you will create ads of the product being used. Like this example I gave you is the ad will be actually the actual machine, clean the pool, the bottom, the top, removing the dirt, clean the leaves, whatever it may be. So it's a different type of ad, you get me? So the top of funnel will be to introduce the product. The middle funnel will be how the product works. And then lastly, it could be, bottom of funnel, it could be somebody that probably clicked on the website, went to the checkout, and still haven't purchased yet. For this type of people, you of course want to do different type of ads. You can do testimonial type of ads. You can do like setup type of ads. Hey, how easy to set up? It's 1, 2, 3, like in 2 clicks or 2, whatever. The thing is working and right away. You get me? So you're trying to give them a different type of ad just to push them over the edge. This is the different levels of awareness. Of course, in the other video that I did, I think think about 2-3 weeks ago. I go more into depth of this, but I just want to quickly show you exactly what I mean. Now, when you do this correctly, you should have the whole client journey or level of the awareness inside all these creatives, right? So you want to have top of funnel creative, middle of funnel creative, and bottom of funnel creative. So that's why I have podcast style, I have talking head style, I have client results, I have testimonials, I have results of my own company, I have B-roll, I have pretty much every aspect of advertisement and levels of awareness inside one campaign, so they can go through all this campaign. And now Meta favors this type of style better because now it has so much more space and to work with, right? So it will show the average the prospect or your potential lead different videos at different times, right? So they could pretty much get bombarded with everything all at once. This is what Facebook is pushing forward. This is what they want. So hell, I'm here to make money. I don't care about being right all the time. I just want to make as much money as possible. So that's why I implement this, and hell, it's been working for us. I didn't want to make a video describing exactly what the strategy is because I wanted to do it myself. And for the past 2 months, this is exactly what we've been doing, and it's been working for us very, very well. Now, there is a thing is that if you're starting brand new and you have no idea how to create all these levels of awareness or what ad goes where, then I might advise go back to the simpler way, which is just one ad set. I mean, one campaign, one ad set, and 3 or 4 creatives just to test something out. But if you're already a skilled marketer and you've already been running ads for a while and you already know everything I'm talking about, your job is just to produce more ads every single week. Let me give you more of exactly what you need to do, okay? So this is kind of like for you to, this is kind of like a blueprint, right? So you can kind of get exactly what to do so you're not lost in the sauce after watching this video, okay? So here's exactly what to do to stay profitable and let Meta's new algorithm work in your favor, okay? So number one, upload 50 to 50 creatives per campaign, test new angles, formats, hooks, and messaging, okay? So again, diversification of ad account. They want different variants of ad, pretty much saying the same thing or different ways, right? So saying the same thing in different ways and in different location and different formats, different sizes of ads. It could be static, it could be B-roll, it could be multiple ways, okay? Give Meta more option to match the right creative to their each audience. So this is what they're really working on. So some audience react different to different accounts or different creatives. So let's say some people might see a static ad and they're like, but some people might see a testimonial ad and they're like, okay, I'm gonna go click book a call. Or some people might see the static ad, the testimonial, but then they see you a case study and you actually breaking down exactly what you did for your client, how to get them results, and they're like, okay, boom, I actually want to go with this person. So that's what they're saying here, that the more different creative you gave them, the more diversification you have of creative, the more they can match that creative or specific creative to an audience that only converts depending on that creative, okay? So it could be, like I said, testimonials, it could be client results, it could be UCG, it could be statics, it could be all the variants that I laid down in a couple minutes ago, okay? So prevents refresh creatives every 7 to 14 days. So this part of the part that it becomes very how do I say? You just gotta fucking do the work, guys. This is the part that most people are like struggling with. Okay, how do I create all this creative? But I'm telling you, if you're struggling to create ads right now, it's because you're not utilizing AI. You're still doing the old way that you use in Canva. You're recording yourself, and that's cool. That still works, of course. But hey, right now, Meta is literally telling you the more creative you gave me, the better results I'm gonna give you. So you need to start implementing modern day, creative making, right, in order for you to be as profitable as possible. Okay, so tips: focus on concept delivery, not small tweaks. A new background color is not a new creative. So this is something that we used to work before. If let's say if I have an ad just like this, right, just like this, and this ad was absolutely crushing for me, all I would do sometimes is just change the B-roll and boom, it will work. And it will be easy for me because then this will be saved as a template in Canva, and all I had to do is just swap the B-roll, swap the B-roll, swap a B-roll, and same text. What they want is, if you do swap the B-roll, also change the text and the copy and the call to action. Just make small changes or even dramatically changes so it can resonate on a different audience. That's pretty much what they're asking you to do, okay? Now let's go back to number 2, campaign structure. Run fewer campaigns with broader broader ad sets. So this is exactly what I was showing in the beginning of the video. They don't want you to stack a bunch of lookalike audience. It's more complex work. A lot of people don't even know how to create lookalike audience. A lot of people don't even have the data to create lookalike audience, and they're trying to almost like oversimplify the ad platform that way that not only extremely advanced advertising can use it. That means the average person could at least has a fighting chance when they start the first campaign. Okay, so consolidate data so the system learns faster. So what they're saying is like the less campaigns structure and the less campaigns you have, the better the AI or the algorithm is gonna adjust and pretty much find your ideal customer avatar. Okay, use Advantage Plus campaigns, shopping leads, etc. These are built to work best in general AI optimization. So Advantage Plus, it just pretty much means give me people outside the audience that I technically put. Before, if you put, let's say, a lookalike audience or a or a stacked winning audience or interest, right? You put Advantage Plus and it will look for people outside of those interests. Now you need to be turned down because that's what it's doing right now. It's just matching, because Facebook has over 50,000, I think it was 52,000 data points on us. Like, I don't even know that many things about myself. 52,000, holy fuck. Like, it's just a ridiculous amount. But that's how much nuance they know about us, our habits, and our actions. So they're trying to match those data points to depending on what you said on your creative and depending on your copy. Okay, so they want you to be more depending on the actual copy than the technical side of Meta's platform. Okay, so now with number 3, targeting an audience. Go broad. Let the algorithm find your best micro segment. Avoid over excluding or layering too many filters. So they also want you on the filtering part. They don't even want you to exclude anybody. Something that I do is when I'm starting a bunch of new campaign, I like to exclude people who already joined my program, because why would I want to be advertising to people who already joined my program? Doesn't make any sense to me. But they're even saying to this update, don't even exclude anything. Keep it extremely broad. Everything just open. Just work on the creatives, and we do all the heavy lifting. That's pretty much what they're saying. Okay. Once you have a tip for this one is, once you have a strong conversion data, you can now slightly refine the results. So this also means like, how do you say it? How fine tweaked or how updated your pixel is. And if you don't know this stuff, there's some more advanced stuff, but pretty much you can feed your pixel certain data so it can keep looking for that exact avatar that you want. Let's say somebody books a call with you, and even though they didn't purchase but they were super qualified, you can still send that data back to Facebook and tell, hey, even though this person didn't buy from me, they're really, really qualified. Just because you didn't close them, it could be different variables. That could have been a sales thing, but doesn't mean the lead is not qualified. So you want to tell that to Facebook, hey, find more people like this. And the same thing if they do close. If they do close and they start getting onboarded, like for us, when somebody signs our agreement and start getting onboarding, it sends a message back to my Meta Pixel. Hey, this is a new lead. They just came into our program. Find me more people like this. Okay. Which that kind of leads into the next one, which is number 4, which is signaling and data. Verifying your pixels and conversions this is pretty much what I just talked about. Okay, now number 5, monitoring and optimization. Do not make any changes at least for 5 to 7 days after launch. This is very important, especially when you're a brand new advertiser. We put a budget, let's say, and this is a low budget, but we put an ad set at $100 a day. And if like in 2 or 3 days I don't make a sale, you're panicking, right? You're like, oh fuck, this thing doesn't work. Let me turn some things off. Meta is saying do not touch anything for at least 5 to 7 days. Then after those 5 to 7 days, pause the top 20% creative that are not working. So pretty much the ones that are, pause the bottom 20% essentially. So go through all the 15 to 50 creatives that you have, look for the top 20%, churning them all off, keep the ones that were working active and keep them going. Okay. Track frequency, ROAS, and creative performance. These indicators when ads are fatigue or losing relevance. Poor results are usually caused by creative fatigue, not targeting. So they're trying to, this whole update is to combat that creative fatigue, right? So that's why they want you to have fucking thousands of creative. They want, the more creative you have, the better your ad account is gonna perform. Okay. Creative tools and scaling. Use AI tools to generate creative variations and efficiency. Volume and speed are now mandatory. See, this is the part that I want you guys to get, that they're literally telling us how to generate a fucking millions in their ad platform. They're telling you, hey guys, we need volume and speed, right? We need variations creatives, we need diversification, we just need a lot of different ads in order to account to pretty much blow up and take it to a level of scale. Like for us, for example, we're spending around $2200 to $2500 a day on ads, so I need to have a bunch of ads, if not this whole thing flops. Okay, so a quick summary on this. I'll build continuous more consistency from ideas, variations, upload tests. So this is pretty much like, this is a system that you need to start creating creatives at scale. I mean, if you join our inner circle, we could talk about more about this. I don't want to give you the full sauce here because, you know, people pay me a lot of money to learn this stuff. But inside of inner circle, I pretty much describe exactly what to do here. Okay. And now lastly, it's pretty much, so upload high volume of creatives, right? Refresh ads every 1 to 2 weeks, consolidate campaigns and keep targeting broad. Let the system learn before changing anything. Mainly maintain accurate tracking and clean conversion data. Treat creative production as an ongoing process. Pretty much is like, you need to now have a machine that generates ads consistently, pretty much a system. And if you don't have the system, you're screwed. So I made this little thing for you guys here. You can take a screenshot. So like, you can like come back to this, and like if you're struggling and be like, what was the Javi said again, just screenshot this. This is ideally what, like, the main thing that they're looking for in order for you can keep crushing it in your ad campaign. Okay, now if you are struggling with this, you can also book a call with us and I can show you exactly what to do. You can join our inner circle where I help you scale, but we're only on a niche. You know, we only work with credit, funding, tax, or insurances businesses. So if you're in the financial niche, that's the thing that we specialize in. We help over 400 different clients, companies, I would say, scale by implementing these marketing strategies. So if you're like, hey, I don't want to deal with this, you can always book a call with us and we can help you through the whole entire process.